There we go. 23-5 was Flusher's stat line, really telling a tale of exactly how the game and why the game went the way it did, 16-1 in favor of the Swedes Fnatic. Alex, what are your initial thoughts going off that? I mean, there really isn't much to say. We covered a lot towards the end, but if you could summarize it for me at least.
Everything going Fnatic's way, of course. Flusher stepping up. We mentioned that 23 to whatever it was.
2.22 rating.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy. Obviously, Flusher, big important kills on the pistol round, and once you got the pistol round, sort of weird force from mousesports that didn't really pay out for them. They had a weaker buy on the first buy round, so things there are a lot of risks taken by mousesports, and simply put, high risk, high reward also means low chance. And what's the opposite of that one? What I'm trying to say is they took risks, didn't pay off, and it left them in a massive rut.
Talk about taking a risk. You can bet on these games, of course, and to bet you need some odds. Betway on your screen, 1.53 for Fnatic.
Wow,
1.35 for Mouse.
That's surprising because obviously Fnatic have just basically decimated mousesports 16-1, and the odds are still 1.5 to 2.3. So actually, that's a lot in terms of what I thought it would be. I thought this would be a 1.2 to maybe even a 3 in favor of Fnatic. So for the bettors out there, definitely a good bet here, putting your money on Fnatic.
Don't you still have a 100% success rate of betting or something after last night?
Yeah, but it's only 2 games, so it's quite easy.
Loves it, doesn't he? It was 4 games. Bet on individually.
Yeah,
I mean,
true, yeah.
Still, money.
But then I thought mousesports were going to win the first map, and they got 16-1, so I guess my opinion means nothing anyway.
Valid, certainly valid. Of course, map 2 is going to be cash. I think that we are expecting a bit more from Mouse here, especially considering Fnatic aren't going to be as prepared to play a Mouse that are kind of playing on cash. Every time it's always been Mirage.
Yeah, I mean, even with the old iterations of mousesports, they're always good on cash. Chris J being, I believe, one of the only players. Yeah, I mean, obviously before Oscar was brought in, when Nico was still in the roster before he joined FaZe, but Chris J and obviously the older lineups were always good on cash. Seems like a map the Germans are just good on. And obviously, is there anyone German on the roster actually? No, I don't think so, because Chris J is Dutch, isn't he? So I wonder if that even holds true. Guess we're going to find out soon.
Certainly some interesting things to be looking towards. I mean, I am going to be expecting, at least from that T side, a lot of B main early control. I think that's going to be a bit of a facet here.
How come?
Just because when you're playing up against a Fnatic, say, let's look at this from Mouse perspective, right? That's kind of originally what was going through my head. If you're Fnatic CT side, one of the things they're going to be looking to do is test their opponent. They're going to be A main or either towards B main, getting up close and personal. They're going to be using either a deep B smoke or the early aggressive pop flash in towards A site, right? So going towards B and tunnel visioning on that, to come back to my original point, if you're Mouse, you're definitely going to be wanting to play with that in mind.
Potentially. I think another thing as well could be mid control. I think mid control is going to be huge. Only takes one player to throw that B main smoke. What are you going to do with the rest of the 4? Usually on good T-side defaults, I mean, we saw a weak T-side default from Envious yesterday on Cash versus LDOC, where they didn't really take control of mid, and what that allowed was existence to play around vents, and when he's playing towards vent, he can play watch middle, he can play and watch checkers as well. Also had players going towards highway and fast rotations from highway. They can watch mid, and of course go towards door, peek towards A main. So for me, you want to have the mid players hunkered down towards sandbags, towards connector, towards close mid, force those later rotations on the CT side, and obviously if you have control of middle on your T side, it's so much easier to work with. If you're in a 2 versus 2 and you have control of middle, right, you can walk in through connector, try coming from behind from car, try coming behind from heaven or CT. If you're in a 5 versus 5, you have control of mid, you can do a very easy highway split, 2 towards highway or 3 towards highway, 2 towards A. So many things you can do. It's very awkward on the CT side when you lose mid, because you need counter map control. If you lose mid and it's a 5 versus 5 or a 4 versus 4, you need to take control of A main, take control of B main again, and then suddenly that can get messy. But enough of that. It will be mousesports starting on the CT side. So I guess we're going to get your questions answered later on into the second half. And then when this one, boost coming out towards vent early to aid Sunny towards middle. And actually, if they boost up here, Rob's being towards vent could definitely be a big factor for mousesports.
Lecro just being very patient. Not going to climb the cusp of boost just yet. Of course, have a teammate with him, so the minute they do push, it's going to be good, but they've not checked under. Oh, up until Lecro spins it around. Sunny, buddy, where are you looking? Rob's at least going to be supporting Prevent, does find the trade, and will drop down to B off the back of that, now getting aggressive on towards B. Pushing on through, of course, noticing that Flusher and Co are moving out on towards the A site. So many players stacked up towards Card. JW going to be looking to test things, a creative boost, but Flusher is enabled to punish that now, knowing that all he's got to do is just keep on tapping. JW getting close on Card, bit over aggressive. But when you've got 2 players that low on Mouse, I think at this point aggression from Fnatic is certainly expected. They're going to be feeling so confident, kicking the bomb down. Golden from quad. Got teammates in A main. You've got a player in Squeaky.
Yep. Kit onto Steeko, but obviously having no Kevlar, 16 HP, 1 shot will take him down. Same goes for Robs. For Robs, you might as well just save the Kevlar here. Then again, they shall go for it. Let's see if they can make it happen.
That bomb is taking on away though, and I think at this point tempo from Mouse has somewhat slipped away. A good shot on towards Flusher, but it's not the kill. A nice flash in front of Red, trying to see if he can bait the peak, knowing full well that he's got a player in Jaws still to handle. A quick 1-to-1 as Golden does deal with Rops on the site as well. The door now being slammed shut, quite literally, in the face of Mouse. Sticko, no chance in hell.
So, 1-0 for Fnatic. I've actually never seen those smokes before. Did you see the 2 smokes they did in front of Car? Obviously a good read there from Golden.
Boosting over it as well, remind. That was...
Yeah, but it's the fact they had to boost over it, right? mousesports, they went for the retake towards the A side. They had the retake player playing towards Car, and they had heavy presence towards middle, and obviously 2 players towards B, but smoking off Car, or that portion of Car, is a counter read by Fnatic. Obviously, as soon as the smokes landed, the A side was completely up for grabs for free. Going for that boost, flush in front of that kill. Obviously, Sunny have a man advantage, you have control of the A site. It's pretty much as good as done. Let's see where the force play come from mousesports. Oscar and Chris J not buying Kevlar. That might be a sign we could be seeing 2 AWPs into the first buy round. And if we see 2 AWPs, we're probably going to see a 1-3-1 setup. Chris J AWPing towards B, maybe Oscar AWPing towards A, and have the 3 riflers play towards middle. Anyway, though, 2 UMPs right now for Fnatic and 3 AKs at that. Holding for any aggression from the CT side, but none. Going to be turned out just yet. Oscar peeks out, has no Kevlar though. The Deagle will tag up JW to 61 points of health, but that's about it so far as we go into round number 2. It's looking likely if Fnatic going to take it.
At this point, what you start to do is put value on information from Mouse versus manpower. You start to think, okay, you've just lost Oscar, but was the info in A main beneficial in any way, shape, or form?
It's a risk, right? If he peeks A main and sees no one, then suddenly you can have a 4-man stack towards B. But obviously, it's a risk you have to take, and sometimes it doesn't pay off. So we saw those risks not paying off in the last map on Train.
Same positive start for Fnatic. Let's see if they can bend the wheel of their team the same way they did in map number 1. Scrim's going to be working out mid, supported, of course, by the close box position of JW. The flash highway does come through. We'll spot no one towards site. Mao's being smart not to face into it. The Molly burning underneath fence, stopping Lekro from making his exit just yet. The burn will pop Golden. Going to be with him. It is this B play, of course, from Fnatic. And they are not being tested at all. Robson CT so far away, rotating over on towards Connector to try and take the fight from JW.
Yeah, this is good for Fnatic right now. Means they should have a clean round, giving up the 3 bombs up for free. The cleaner the round, the more money you have going to the next one. By clean, I mean players not dying. Having 5 alive means every player will get their 3.5k round loss bonus. Plus the 800 as well for the plant, so they're doing very well.
For Mouse, a helmet on Sticko, just basic Kevlar on Sunny. There's certainly a lot of value in that. For Chris J, not so much, just the Deagle. But there's still a little bit of money. Fnatic, of course, just, I think, not really going to be hunting too much, just knowing off the base of what you explained. I mean, those UMPs can hunt, but I think the rifles definitely not so much. Flusher can be living up to that point. We'll push up towards door.
Yeah, obviously he wants to hunt with the UMP. $600 per kill. Stico, the Deagle, and Kevlar though. Close range. I must favour the Deagle with the 2 body shots. It's a nice dig there. I wonder if Flush is going to take it though.
Backs off into the site. I think at this point, that's all you can really do. Fnatic 2-0. Now's haven't really got any opportunities. Of course, the perk of saving the Kevlar means that they have it going forward. This round is a little bit more contestable than just a flat USPs and what they would originally suggest. I mean, sometimes you do just see 5 USPs in these rounds because the team has been whitewashed.
Yeah, obviously saving 3 players. Chris J saving the Deagle off of Oscar's dead body. And now actually they can have a chance. This will stacking forward towards B. Flush about to be met with a lot of opponents.
I like the fact the A main push is coming in as well. Meanwhile, a concurrent play from Fnatic. It's Chris J already getting himself the first easy pickings as his pistols begin to crumble. JW just going to be showing face over on towards A, basically checking for the stack at this point. Same sort of narrative for Golden. You want information, they know exactly what the plan is. That's such a ballsy move from Oscar. He picks it up, but it doesn't matter anyway. He'll lose his life. Rop's next in line as Golden finds himself an easy triple kill, leaving just Sunny and Sticko to defend this one. The 2 players with Kevlar. And decisions to make on even if they want to do anything at all.
5 versus 2 now. JW landing another nice headshot there. If they have 5 players stay alive round after round as well, they should have about 5k in the bank going into the first gun round. So, money looking good for Fnatic. So far, so good from them. Sunny now last alive. Trying to see if he can land a headshot, but Flusher playing the off angle on top of the toxic barrels. Trying to catch Sunny off guard, but actually eventually will land the headshot. So finally a player dives from Fnatic.
Sunny sitting on this corner. I like his patience in terms of not peeking checkers and waiting for the push, but it always left him exposed to Golden, who slips in from the side, coming from B main, of course. Fnatic do put their foot down 3-0. But this is the one to watch. Mouse, so much to spend.
So, going to be going for the single op setup. actually the ops on Chris J as well. Chris J was playing towards B so far on the defaults in the pistol and obviously the ecos. Question is though, where is he going to play now? We'll be going towards B, so going to be a 2-1-2 setup from the CT side. 1 towards middle, 2 towards A, 2 towards B. And look at the aggression from Chris J. He's going to get so much information. Robs can rotate away from B and go towards A. They can stack for A, but Robs has to be quick here. Just because look at the aggression already here from Fnatic.
Lecro, the face fight against Sunny. Sticko playing from card, trying to see if he can find something through the cross. Does get away with 1 kill on towards Golden, but is that going to be enough? Only equalizing the situation. Lecro posts up in a very aggressive E-box position. He's making it work. A double kill. Pulled out of the bag. Now hungry for a triple. The flick comes through. Rops struggling as he does fall to the ground. The bomb planted. Chris J already out of there in spawn. That's an AWP that's going to be carried on forward. Fnatic rolling over Mouse.
Yeah.
Safe by Lecro as well, just to highlight. That's 4 kills from him and the double from E-box before then pushing forward on towards Car.
The play from Fnatic as well. It's a shame because you saw the player that died first, right? I couldn't see who it was, but you saw they pushed close towards the smoke A main. The reason was they were pushing forward to allow the rotator to come in and play forklift, to take his position on default. Christian will get 1 for his time, but that's about it. Money's going to be strong for Fnatic after winning 3 clean rounds and now winning the 4th on the buy round. 6,000 across the board plus the 3.5k. So yeah, 10k for Lecro. Fnatic's money is going to be good. So yeah, as I was saying before, when the rotations come in that scenario, you need to make space for those rotating players, so that's why they pushed up and they gave space. But unfortunately for him, because he pushed close to the smoke, it basically made that flashbang perfect for Fnatic. Fully whited the guy. That's a different saying. Made him fully white. And does the same thing, I guess. Made him fully white, and from there, they got the entry, and Lecro was able to amount enough kills to see if he can do it again. JW going get the first, because eventually traded out there, but the 4 vs 4 is going to favour the T side.
That is an interesting play, but it doesn't matter, because Crims will then be the catalyst to try and finish it off. Golden as well on towards Sticko. Big balls from JW, and is going to be punished, but I think he did certainly still instigate the round. Fnatic probably valuing the pick early on towards Mouse in mid over JW's life there. And I think that's actually a smart decision, because then the rest of his team were able to trade out through mid. And Mouse found themselves stuck upon a 2 vs 4 with very much belittled weaponry. They can't go forward for the rifles either, because Fnatic have dropped down in towards mid, making things so tough.
Yep. 1 minute left on the clock here, 2 vs 4. UMP onto Oscar to work with. But you can see they're giving up the A start. They're hoping that Fnatic go for a vent split right now. With that smoke connector that usually telegraphs a play towards highway. But actually, no, they will be going towards B, so this will be favouring mousesports here. Maybe there's a chance.
Peeking towards the back of B main. Fnatic slowly beginning to move on up. The shot being fired means Crims will be forced to drop on down and happily gobble up an easy kill on towards Rops as Oscar. Now going to be last man standing. He'll peek out. Flusher. Just a dirty flick at this point. Fnatic 5-0.
Need to wash my hands after that one. Anyway, round number 6, 5-0 in favour of Fnatic. So far this game has gone 21 rounds to Fnatic and 1 to mousesports when you include the aggregate rounds from Train. Let's see how long it's going to take for mousesports to get around here on Cash. Before, it was a 9-1 scoreline on Train and they finished the game 16-1. We need to see something change from mousesports, so maybe the double orb setup is what's needed. And actually both orbs going towards A. Oh, 4 players going towards A, sorry. Let's see if they can get the first kill. Lecro is going to be tested, but misses the shot. Sunny as well gets frags. And towards door, though, Oscar is going to be tested. But actually, it's all going to be raining in favour of mousesports with a 4-2 advantage.
Yeah, some very quick kills coming through. It was a bit of a hectic round, but nonetheless still Mouse in a 4v1. Flusher ripping the head of Chris J off, starting to bring this one back. I don't want to jinx it, but Sticko and Oscar are low. But Mouse should win this round in every sense of the word if they even start to drop kills. I mean, ultimately, it's their round to lose.
Yep, the money is low as well for mousesports. Obviously, fully buying into this one. If he gets 1 more kill, if he gets 1 kill here, the 2 players alive can drop, but that means 1 player would have to be on a UMP, maybe even a CZ, so that 1 kill is crucial, but unfortunately, he won't get it. As Oscar lands the nice shot to flush out. 1-5 now, finally, mousesports get around for themselves on Cash. As we go to round number 7 now, the money, as I mentioned before, is low. mousesports, if they get reset here, Fnatic will definitely be running away with the half.
That's the thing. I almost find myself looking very negatively on this mousesports lineup, but my biggest fear is just that reset. If Fnatic take it, you're putting them so far ahead in the lead, it's just reminiscent of Train.
Yeah, it is. They won 1 round when it was 9-1. They got reset from there. They couldn't really come back from it. They get reset now. That was on their T set. That was on their T side as well on train. This would be their CT half reset, which is a lot harsher. But let's see. 5 AKs for Fnatic. No AWP being brought out just yet by JW. And actually 1 AWP here for Oscar, who's AWPing towards the A side, towards quad. Split now from high where they can actually flash burst the smoke. Let's see if mousesports are going to be ready for it. They've already got 4 players here towards the site. Robs has pushed P has all the information he needs. So it's going to be a 4-4 towards A.
Sticker getting caught out from E-Box. Flusher should be able to deal with Oscar as well as JW rips off too. Sunny finally with the trade. He's in a good position, but not for long as Lekro will quickly cut him down. And you could literally count a second, and you can tell the difference when Mouse were holding good.
You saw the players from mousesports weren't ready for that smoke to fade. Jumping on top of the electric, gets caught out by Flusher. Not Flusher, sorry, one of the players towards team main. And look at the reset now as well. 1.4k for Robs and Sneaker. Do you force this round? Risk it again. Do you save and buy up into the next one? If they buy up into the next round, 3 players can buy. So they could have a 3 rifle buy, 2 UMPs potentially. But at that point, it's going to be 1-7 and a weak buy. They can be reset there on low, not reset, but have low money going into the next round after that. This could easily be an 8-1 scoreline here. Fnatic win the next 2 rounds.
You can certainly tell the difference from Fnatic behind and ahead for me in that last round. It literally was just that second. Mouse, I mean, they were relying on Sunny to almost be the catalyst to explode from A main, but it was only good for that 1 kill. Fnatic pushing forward in such good stead now.
Bomb left towards mid main. Give me the slow default now from Fnatic, giving JW space and room to try and find that first pick. He knows the money's going to be low for mousesports, so this is why he's playing so aggressive. He knows he's not versus an AWPer, but then again against the Deagle's similar to an AWP in Sunny's hands. Lekro going to be peeking out as well. Oh, Sunny falling into the boost there. But still, he's done his job correctly. Got the man advantage here for mousesports.
Going to get up on top of the box once again. Crims, meanwhile, getting to gear up a play towards mid. We'll just be holding for the push for now, but likely we'll walk out towards the ladder end as rotations have been pushed up on towards A by Mouse. Sticko just looking to spot on towards door. Fnatic supporting his teammate, wants to go out mid. They're going to send Lekro up on boost. The smoke as well does come out on towards connector.
That's a nice smoke. You can boost over that smoke though, of course, but nevertheless, no players towards connector from mousesports, so it won't make a difference. They are still on no armor, so these AKs are really going to do damage versus mousesports. Any player that's potential is Sunny with a Deagle.
Mouse do have one thing going for them. Nearly every player is all on towards the A site. They've hedged their bets on a push coming A. This is a stack. And that's why they get themselves a few quick kills. But the trade from Fnatic making it seem doable. Holding in crossfire. As Rops picks off Crims with the pistol. Securing it from Mouse.
Great crossfire there. Then the crossfire from Car to Forklift with Sneaker and the player towards Car. This 1 dig as well really set the pace. mousesports made a good read to stack 4 players there. Having good crossfires. Then the Fnatic are walking into a stacked Wonderland. And there you have it, 2-6 now. Still the 4 round advantage for Fnatic. Another round where they can reset the money from mousesports.
Look at the TP. All so low. It actually picks off Rops towards the back of Checkers instead. Then they'll throw the contact flash because they know the player on site is so damn excruciatingly low. They forced the frag. 2 quick kills from Fnatic. No utility yet put in play. Finally, mollies begin to burn out in heaven. Sunny, you're going to burn alive here. It's a struggle. You're trying to escape. You survive on the cardboard boxes. Crucially, too.
Yep. Smoke comes out towards heaven. The bomb will be planted. The B site is so difficult to retake, and you have the Mantis advantage, and JW's towards Car for some reason with an op.
Just why not? He's literally the cherry on top in this round at this point. A bonus for Fnatic to work with. Slowly pushing up, basically picks off Sunny towards heaven. From there, his almost uses nullified. Sticko dropping down in Checkers, goes for a bit of a spray, but Crims on the site pretty much should have this round. Lock and key. The peek comes in. The kill falls into his arms. Oscar trying to survive. JW going to be joining his teammates on site, but again, at this point, it all doesn't really matter. Oscar just trying to survive in vent, but there's no hope in hell, really, for now to be able to achieve much.
Trying to go for exit kills, I guess. But then again, what can you really do? Maybe it's reverse psychology. The one place they won't expect him is where he should be, where he shouldn't be.
I like the fact he drops vent afterwards as well, just to be sure that if they were pushing mid to check vent, they can't kill him. So at least the subtle things you could appreciate. But at the end of the day, it still is the 10th round. It still is them with just an AWP, 4 USPs.
5 round advantage here for the side of Fnatic and the reset, as I spoke about before. Oscar Save the AWP has to go nuclear into this round. Going to be going towards B. Obviously, they know that Gold has been peeking B very heavily, but this time it's going to be Flusher. Smoke comes out towards B main. He breaks the sunroom glass. Molly's out. Checkers as well. And now look at Oscar's AWP. Actually, that Molly doesn't actually go deep enough. So it can still peek over. flush as well, baiting the shot. Trying to keep the attention here from Oscar. It seems like the boost will come out from Fnatic as they will take control of mid here. Now they can split towards B if their heart desires.
I talked about B control, and we're certainly seeing that here as Mouse tried to take it, but you talk about mid control, and we're seeing that almost from Fnatic as well.
Yeah, you see so many of these rounds where Fnatic have control of middle and they go for the highway splits. And once again, they can do that here. Obviously, again, versus the low money from mousesports, they keep breaking the economy from that CT side, and you're really seeing the effects it has.
The great thing about taking that B control, though, does mean that they have so many options from mid. Of course, mid's so important on Cash because it allows you to go anywhere. Talking about anywhere connector from Golden, this is going to be a crafty play from Sunny if he can make it work, knowing full well that Golden is lurking in the shadows, gets himself in the corner, peeks him out with a deagle, but missing his shot. A chance to shine, but he fumbles.
Oh my god, that is disgusting. I didn't even know you could do that.
You can get up on top of that ladder, you can peek up, you can get yourself a kill, maybe even two.
That's really... Wow, okay, so you can actually jump on the ladder there and spot the tip of the head towards the box from Checkers. I've never seen that.
It's like only the first step, though. You can't get super high, but it's enough to see over that box, which is...
Not enough you need, mate. Just the tip is all you need. Anyway, 2-8 now. 6-round advantage here for Fnatic as we go into round number 11. And the money is still fairly open for mousesports. If they buy here, we want to see a Famas onto Chris J. Please, can someone buy a kit here?
Please do. I'm really worried. I love the MP9, but...
No kits for the side of mousesports as well.
That's just...
It's a big risk. Obviously, 2 MP9s.
There's the kit. I was thinking, I saw $400 and I was like, there we go. Come on.
So with these MP9s, they could get aggressive towards B, they could get aggressive towards door. Steeko, they're going... Steeko is playing sandbags with an MP9. Okay.
It's the B aggression from Letcro. Look at that. Picking off Rop's going to go straight through the smoke as well. Hungry for a second. Chris J going to be there, but he'll lose his head very early on. Steeko, MP9 could have been so useful on B, but now it's just... trying to come through vent instead. High flashes towards heaven. Flusher.
Yeah, this is the problem. Fnatic, again, have complete control of the B-bomb site. The rotation will come in. They have a kit on Steeko. Actually disregards the MP9 and picks up the AK. But we might be seeing the same flank again from JW.
Just pushing on through. Spots him out towards CT. Well, it's an AWP, bear in mind, potentially lost. That is the case. Knows full well Steeko's on site. Watches him peek from quad, but the shot not quite going to come through. Steeko with a very quick headshot. Does pick up that AWP, which is a bit of a saving grace considering nearly went wide that one at all. Towards A main, but has his chance and fails. So it's going to go 9-2 here. Steeko and Sunny try to save. But obviously Golden and Fnatic, they know exactly where he is. Oh, he will survive the AWP, and that could be big. Guess we're about to find out. Round number 12 now. 9-2 scoreline. And a player's just left the server, so it's probably going to be a technical pause, sorry. I'd like to ask you during this period, because we've been talking a lot about the B site and why it's so hard for Mouse to do anything there, but we haven't really explained the nitty-gritty of why it's difficult. So if you could just dip into the whole idea behind retaking B and why it is just the way we
Just the retake?
Yeah.
Retaking B is difficult because there's so many crossfires you can do for the CT side, and there's so many angles where, as the CTs, you have to push into them. Obviously, when you retake A, you can smoke off A main. You can molly out forklift. You can't really do the same on the B side. If you've got a player playing towards under heaven and a player playing towards default or headshot, suddenly there's a crossfire towards CT lower. You cannot do any... There's no utility you can do to flush out the players or block them off. Same goes for Checkers. Do you know the angle on Checkers where you can hold for the run out from CT? Again, you can't smoke that off. The only thing you can smoke off is B main. And you can molly out default and back boxes, but then again, that leaves headshot, that leaves under heaven, that leaves the whole of Checkers, that leaves back boxes to hold vent. So difficult to retake for so many different reasons. Of course, if you retake throw mid-main towards behind from Sunroom, then there's the whole Sunroom argument where, as the player in Sunroom, you can play so many different angles there. So it's not like a typical site where on Mirage you can smoke off ramp, you can smoke off Palace, you can smoke the bomber and defuse, right? You can smoke off A main, smoke. You can molly out quad, molly out forklift, smoke A main. You can't do the same on that B bomb site.
It forces you to respect Checkers as well, which I think is a really tough thing for some teams to stomach. But either way, back into the 12th. Now the game resumes. Fnatic 9-2 up, of course, up against Mouse. A struggling situation. But this is nice. They're boosting over the mid smoke. They're trying to get themselves a pick, and they will get away with a frag towards Golden. But then you have to rapidly fall back. How will Fnatic respond to first blood for Mouse? That's the question now on the tip of our tongue. Nice push, Rops, potentially at risk. Lecro. Why is Sunny there? He knows that the likelihood is they get aggressive on highway. Gives up a free kill. Oscar, thankfully, with the trade.
To be fair, to his credit, he did cross the site with the flashbang. But nevertheless, though, JW invents right now with the AWP. Tries to go for the jumping shot. And this creates quite a weird round where actually Chris J is towards Sunroom. JW is under Heaven right now. And if Oscar doesn't check this, which he does, thankfully. But the question is right now, what can Lekro and Crims do?
Oscar tunnel vision towards the right side of checkers, worried about the fact that he's right there, but thankfully Lekro makes a sound, playing a bit more for Oscar to work with after all. Crims with a headshot towards Rops, leaving him just alone.
He can plant for mid here as well if he wanted to. Smoke comes out towards Cast. He goes down the fast rotation. Crims, though, can he cross the site? Gonna go on top of Heaven, try to get the first kill. If this becomes a 1 versus 2, this is definitely winnable. He's
spending too much time, though, and that's going to be very problematic for him because someone is wrapping around from main. That's someone being Chris J. Looks like Crims now has the read on exactly the situation, but he's peeking into 2 players' car. That means he'll lose his head no matter what, even if he did find the first kill.
Yep. 9-3 now. I love how he just jumps off as well. He sees the player, but still wants to go for the jumping shot nevertheless. 9-3. mousesports finally getting a 3rd round on the board here. It took them a while, but the money's decent as well. 4,700 to Oscar. So if they do lose this round, 3 players can buy. So their force buy into round number 14 won't be the worst. The problem is, though, that will give Fnatic double digits. Good HE grenade towards middle. Won't actually do too much damage with Golden. It's fairly low. JW gets the first, though, towards middle. Stico caught off guard, but they only make control.
JW said just enough is enough. I'm running straight out through mid again, and there's nothing you can do about it. Sunny tries to force the fight, but JW just tucks him behind the box and says, Sunny, if you want me, you got to swing wide. Come at me. He can't do anything at all, then gets mollied off as well. JW just being sent up through highway. Mouse have been very vulnerable to this play all game long. Takes in point, Oscar losing his head. Sunny, at least with an early trade, but Crims, Flusher, they're all just building up the round towards Fnatic. These Swedes are walking all over them.
So, it's going to go 10-3 now. mousesports, they can still have 3 players buy. If Rob saved this as well, their buy will be so much better going into round number 14. So this would be a big save. Then again, they know exactly where he is because he flashed. Question is, can Fnatic hunt him in time?
Certainly curious to see how they decide to approach this. Crims in connector, looking like it will be him to butt heads with Rops, but the angle is being held. But Crims is just going to be quick enough to find himself the headshot, cutting down the save. And 4 left to waste. Now's on the buy. AWP already won him for A1S. But that's it in terms of rifles. Everyone else going to be on SMGs or even pistols. Stico does actually squeeze one up, but no utility. And that's another rough point for the CT side. They're going to have a few smokes, but 2 flashes.
Yeah, that could be an issue and a cause for concern, but...
No kit either.
I was about to say, I'm more worried about the fact there's no kit right now for mousesports. And also, this play again, he might get the second as well. Goes for it, misses it, but flushes there. The cavalry has arrived, but doesn't quite connect the shot though. They know exactly where Chris J is. And look at this, they've given up middle again, and this could be a B split through vents, and this could be as good as done.
What do you do right now if you're Chris J? Your team are asking so much of you to be able to hold this. The vent is broken, the flash is perfect, Heat is completely blind. Rotations did come through, allowing Stico to sight, but he's in the wrong position. JW on towards Oscar. The round's already done, and it comes down to mid control.
So well played, wow. So, what was different there than what we usually see when we're casting UK CS, UK Counter-Strike, or some of the lower leagues or lower tier Counter-Strike is, look at the patience here. Usually, in that scenario from lesser teams, they might just instantly go off the back of that 1 kill towards B and force the issue. Instead, they go in towards vent and they waited until the B main smoke faded so they could get aid from the players towards B main, and then they waited for the flashbang as well. Complete coordination. Perfect execution as well. mousesports had no answer to that.
Lekro. Life sucks right now for Oscar, it really does. Just spraying through the smoke, thinking, alright, someone's going to go for it, aren't they? And Oscar, the man to try. Crims going towards door. That's Sunny. They're spraying everything.
God.
This is just... It's almost heartbreaking to watch from ours, right? Because they are good positions for them to play. They're up close and personal. They're trying to see what they can work. I mean, Chris J's walked through mid. Well, B main, sorry, to get to mid, but it's just hard for them to do anything. Crims now walking out through door, starts to drop players dead. Stico spraying away with his 5-7, holding off the push, gets the tap as well. JW very, very low, making it a 1v1. Stico with a chance, beats towards highway, but Lekro will secure it.
My goodness. Really, unfortunately there as well. Well, I was going to make a point there, but we are going to be going to a short break. I'll talk about that one afterwards. 12-3 is the half. Let's see if mousesports can show us a bit more after the break.
Game number 2, reminding us very much of the first. A 12-3 half, Alex.
Yeah, that's the point I ran up for mousesports on the CT side. On Train, they seem to be they took so many risks, right? So, force buying in the second round, going for weird, audacious buys, 1 AK here, 1 AK there. They took risks and simply put, it didn't really pay off for them. That was on Train, sorry. And now on Cash, they're starting their CT side. They're not really taking risks, but the issue is they keep getting the money reset. They've won 3 rounds. It's a 12-3 half, and all 3 of those rounds, sorry, they were reset instantly afterwards. So you win a round, you get reset, you go for a weak force buy, you lose that, you're an eco. Suddenly, 3 times 2, 6. You're looking at 6 rounds where they're just given away because of the money being reset.
Well, the world is watching. Mouse, it's your move. What can you do, Stunny? Going to be making the push with his teammate, both hopping out. Doesn't land a headshot on towards Lekro, saving his teammate's life, but not for long as JW is coming in on the huge flank. This could be pistol changing, finds one. Not quite connecting a second just yet, but eventually does claw it through. Oscar left headless as the bomb goes in, but a 3v3 retake going to be instigated straight off the bat. Christian, a crispy flick towards Golden as a second now looking likely, trying to do a flusher who's trapped towards back checkers, manages to get the cross on through. JW excruciatingly low, but he does find the pick. Christian in towards his first corner, a second as well. Christian, 4 kills in the round. Mouse, a pistol.
12-4, potentially a chance here now for mousesports as we go into round number 17. So, the play towards B, initially, it looked good for Fnatic. The reason it looked good is because they had the Molotov. All 3 remaining players from mousesports were towards default. That's one of the big lessons you learn when you start playing Team CS at a decent level, is you have to get off the site because you need to have good optimal positions, which mousesports didn't have, but they landed the headshots, they landed the dinks, and from that, they were able to pull through with the round. So, 12-4, nice entry shot down to Lekro. It's looking likely here they will win versus the force play for Fnatic as the B site is given up.
CT smoke as well. Not giving any room to JW. Fnatic instantly conceding it. This has been a decision made by Golden for them just to all back away.
Yeah. You might as well just save here. You're never going to win the retake 4 versus 5 with the B site being in favour of mousesports and the fact that they have the AKs, the utility. They have another smoke on Christian just to extend the CT smoke for another 15 seconds. You have no kit as well to defuse it. You might as well just save for the next one. You have a much better chance just trying to go for the reset.
Sticko making the push, tagging down already. The CT side, chasing him. An interesting play, considering he's got the SMG and you want to deny the money, but I guess they want the kill too. Oscar just going to be watching the angle like a hawk at that point. The scout finding itself another target. Golden gonna have to fall. Deagle now going to be his next weapon of choice. The bomb is going to pop and things get a little bit hairy.
So's the server, apparently.
The server has found itself in a bit of an explosive state, but we're back.
Ooh.
There we go. Crimson JW getting themselves killed, apparently. Don't know how they happened, but, I mean, they happened.
Yeah, so, don't know how many players died there from mousesports, because the, whatever. 12-5 is going to be the scoreline. Still going to be a large lead here for Fnatic, though. 7-round advantage for themselves on the CT side as they are saved, or they did save, sorry, 2 Deagles and 2 sets of Kevlar. Let's see if Crimson JW can go large here, try to take some more weapons out of the hands of mousesports.
Golden getting very aggressive. This is going to be a nice position. That P250 could be so frustrating right now. As Oscar going to leave himself completely unchecked, but somehow no kill. Christian with the second. At this point, the round goes from being potentially workable to a little bit lackluster. The CT side, no chance they can really add it to anything to here. Just these Deagles that will perhaps go for a few dry peaks, but they should be simple pickings for mousesports. Just Flusher and Crims.
Yep, no need to save her as well. That's what the P250... Actually, the Deagles. So, Christian and Sticko are low. And they're both within 1-shot range of the Deagle. Crims now coming through vent. But then again, it's still going to be a round from mousesports. 12-6 is going to be the scoreline here. And actually, Crim's going to drop with 2 players.
Oh,
Christian
reload as well.
2 kills, so can't retrieve the AK and save that one into the next round. But then again, the damage down to the economy may be enough. He gets the kill as well onto push that could be large. There you go, eventually Rox will take him down. So 12-6 is going to be the scoreline as we go into round number 19. What's the buy going to be like for Fnatic? Crims has 5.3k, but if he was to buy the AWP, it'd be glass cannon. This is going to be 4 M4s and the 1 Famous down to Golden. Kit bought by Crims as well. Decent utility right now for the CT side of Fnatic. For mousesports though, into round number 19, they will have an AWP onto Oscar. Interested to see how he's going to be wielding that weapon. if he's going to play it nice and slow, or see if he's going to get aggressive and try and get in the face of mousesports. We saw JW coming with crazy flanks, pushing on the other half of the map, almost lurking with the orb. But this time the Oscar's going towards middle, and you can see how passive Fnatic are playing it.
Oscar dropping down in towards mid, punishing JW very early on. Flusher with the white peak, though, lines them up for the spray, but Sunny will stop it from getting a second. Lekra as well, though, causing a bit of a problem as it is the trades yet again. Chris J being tacked up by his teammate, but does still find the kill. Golden hold in the corner, Chris J able to overwhelm him, leaving Crims in mid with a 1v2 to try and pull off.
If there's one person who won this scenario, though, it is Crims. Doesn't want to go through vent. Still going to take his chances towards Sunrum and B main. Molotov flashbang on the kit as well to aid him in this scenario. Both the players from mousesports playing on site on default. Issue is, though, does Crims expect that? You can see how much time is the way he's clearing all these angles. By the time he actually gets to the site, there might be only 20 seconds left.
That's going to be very, very tough, forcing him to take these engagements nice and quickly. He is still clearing things, realizing headshot is clear now, looking for Sticko, who's so damn fast. The headshot comes in, and that is Mouse up to 7.
So, Fnatic at 12 still. It's going to be the 5-round differentiation in this matchup so far. It's going to round number 20. Give me the half buy. I say half buy, there's no sense of Kevlar bought just yet. So going to be the eco coming up from Fnatic here, as they can buy up into the next one. Thing as well is they will get 3.4k into the next round after losing 5 in a row, so they will have very good utility going into the next gun round number 21. But it should mean another clean round here for mousesports, and there's, again, high chance of it going 12 to 8.
Things starting to get much better for Mouse. I think the question would always be, when do they start to worry? Going to hold that thought for a second, though. These Eagles are doing a fair chunk of damage. Flusher getting the second kill for his team. Oscar starting to trade. A little bit more he needs to do, and so he shall. Flusher next in line as Oscar does pull out the double. But Fnatic, they hold the man advantage. They have a big flank coming from JW.
Yep, he knows all the players are still in towards A main as well. Let's see, no one holding to the A main flank. Comes in behind, gets the dink as well. Oscar has no reason to reface. And now the bomb left towards Forklift. Robs has to try to retrieve that and get these 3 kills.
Rob's being pulled from every direction as well. Has to be respectful of door, careful of Forklift, does make the push. Shutting the door on towards Crims is very useful for him.
Oh my god, he knows where JW is as well. Simply just running at Fnatic's been working for him. Spots on the play up, JW on 1 HP as well. Can't really go for the face, he's read it though. Robs is going to be going towards highway. And actually it might just meet in the middle. Meet me halfway, he says. But no. The round will extend. Robs will be planted towards B, but look at the reader from JW. If he catches him off... Wait a minute. He's worried that he can hear him. Robs will plant behind default, and now JW one shot will take him down there from the AK of Robs.
It's going to be a round based off timing. Robs just going to be holding the angle. These are the ones that he wins. Spots out JW. Goes for a few, but not quite cementing it just yet. Now it's going to be a shoulder peek. Quick from Robs, dismissing him. A 1v3 that he pulls through. Down to the wire, but...
I like how we played that, actually. Obviously, just running at the players of Fnatic, they have no Kevlar. If he lands that first bullet and forces the aim punch, it's really going to make it difficult for Fnatic to try and get that kill onto him. Using the brute force tactic actually did pay off for him. 12 to 8 now, that round was closed. You can see the dent that's out of the money from mousesports. From 6,000 in the bank, they're now on roughly 2,000. Fnatic, if they chain 2 rounds together, they're going to break the money from mousesports, and that could be the catalyst they need to go over the edge, potentially get to 16. But I'll tell you what, an entry like that from JW is also going to help. Man advantage here already, just 20 seconds into the round.
JW opening up with the AW here, of course, worth noting Lekra has got one as well, so it's a double up setup with Lekra over on towards that B site, being the hard anchor that Fnatic need.
Yep.
Getting 2 kills thanks to those weapons as well. Strategy that's worked out up until now.
Bomb still towards mid main. Oscar trying to equalise the numbers as well. It will be a 4 to 3. But still, they wanted 20 left on the clock on the bomb. Still nowhere near a sight. But then again, mousesports have control of middle, but you can see all 3 players together, which means they have no presence towards B main, no presence towards A main. If we see a push right now from Fnatic, they can get all the information they need, but unfortunately Golden will push the wrong way into the scope of Oscar.
Now, Oscar's read them. Every fight they were taking, Oscar has, and it's nice that Flusher doesn't peek. You could see him always thinking about it. Hearing those cogs tick on aloud, but doesn't take the conflict. That force Mouse to head on towards the B site. That frag grenade should be able to find the kill. Site now secured. Oh, bad molly. Not going to be enough though, I don't think. Oh, Crims with a headshot makes it actually a 1v1. Bomb being planted towards the back of the site, and he's just going to post with the orb.
It's risky. If Stika doesn't peek him, then he can definitely win this one. Smoke flashbang though, so he can actually try and smoke off to the left or in front of him and waste time. Now the AWP is so useless, going to shoot, and now Sticker's going to know exactly where Crims is.
Quick swap, but Sticker will take the fight. A headshot yet again from him. Smouse continue to bring this game back to 9 rounds they now stand upon. And almost stand over Fnatic. Because the scoreline is still 12-9, but you have to mention
6 rounds in a row.
Not only that, but it's going to get to 10, as Fnatic can't really do much here.
Yeah, they can go for a half bar here, go for Kevlar and pistols. But then again, what's that really going to do versus the AKs and the firepower here from mousesports? Last time, mousesports went towards A versus the Eco. Fnatic had the early 2 kills advantage from the Eagles. But this time, there's only one Desert Eagle onto Flusher for the side of Fnatic. And they're spread out as well. They're not stacking towards one side. Before, mousesports walked into the stacked one line of the A side from Fnatic, but this time, they are going to be more spread out. 12-9 is going to be the scoreline to round number 22. And things are actually getting kind of heated here in this game. I thought it was going to be another whitewash as we saw on Train, but actually mousesports starting to find some form here. Second half here on Cash.
Well, I'm starting to understand why mousesports were able to force those best of 3s the full distance both times this month, as the comeback is well and truly on. Certified by Mouse reaching to 9. Now they're looking for their attempt that should be relatively simple. Every single player dedicated towards this B site. And as you can see on the map, there is no one at all that can contest it for Fnatic.
Yep, good read here from mousesports once again. The mollies will go out. That's going to give the signal to Fnatic that they're actually on the other half of the map. Golden low towards B. Has to play towards CT, so the site is up for grabs here for mousesports. There's nothing really they can do, but actually
the bomb.
Through the smoke, yeah. But then again, they can still retrieve this fairly easily. They flash into the smoke, and that should be it.
Oscar with the close range AWP shot. Potentially a comical round. The bomb is going to be retrieved. The smoke as well, soon to fade. Flusher waiting to peek. But Sunny able to bring in with the plant. Does start to push this round over the edge for Mouse. Those pistols starting their push. Oscar will find first. Sticko, Sunny all combining up. Sticko even with the last kill needed. Mouse up to the 10th round, just as expected.
Where's the tactical pause here from Fnatic? Seems like both teams had so much success towards the B portion of the map on their T side. Able just to walk in and get the trade kills.
Fnatic double AWP again. Second time now they pulled it out the bag.
Yep. Usually when you see a double setup on Cash, 3 rifles towards middle, 1 up towards A, 1 up towards B. But instead they're going to go for the 2-1-2 setup here. Going to be leaving JW alone towards middle. Having 2 rifles towards the A site and having Lekro up again towards B.
Sticko, a ballsy push, completely blind as he walks out through A main, gives himself up, hands behind his back, a push towards B, contact from Lekro. He's holding for a second, the molly should force into the corner, exactly where Mouse wants it, but it doesn't mean he can peek and check as Sunny, not expecting that, loses his life. The close angle from Golden is enough to drop the bomb. A double lines itself up as Golden. Easy pickings. Fnatic 13-10, finally picking up a round after, what, 7 in a row?
Yeah, it was 7. So, round number 24 now, Fnatic survived with many players staying alive as well. I believe it was 3 staying alive, so the money will be good going into this one. You can see after the drops come through and the revive utility does come through as well. 3.6 counter Crims, but apart from that, the money is actually not as good as I thought it was. mousesports, if they win this round and reset the money for Fnatic, we could easily be going to a 13-13 scoreline. This round could really be the difference maker here. Oscar peeks into the Molotov, which means JW can't see him. The closer you are to a Molotov, the more vision you get over it. That's why you see some players peeking over mollies. Anyway, though, let's give them the man advantage here. And mousesports, how are they going to play it? How are Fnatic going to play it as well? Are they going to push anywhere, try to get some information, take that risk? But it seems like so far they're playing extremely passive. Giving up mid as well, you can see Golden playing towards CT spawn. Crims and Flush have to be worried towards Highway. Lekra has to be scared as well towards Vent. There's so many caveats going into this round though. Smoke's coming out though towards A. As mousesports pin their grenades, but they're just still waiting. They're hoping that Fnatic will walk into their stack here. But anyway, it's going to be Flusher and of course Crims. All the veterans of Counter-Strike to try and hold off the aggression from mousesports as the commitment begins.
A good molly in towards the door, pushing Sticko back. Slowing down Mouse once again to a grinding halt. The flashes will come out towards E main. Chris J taking the fight towards 4. 1 kill, locked in. Hungry now for a second. They swing out nice and wide. Crims with the fight towards Sunny, but yet again it's that CZ to find their headshot. Golden making it seem doable, however. Both players have to come in from car. So he's going to be there to hold the angle, just tucked in towards Cubby.
Golden though does have the kit. Orb though from Oscar towards Forklift. He needs to land that shot now. If he goes down, there's definitely a chance here for Fnatic to win this retake.
Rob's going to lose his life. That fort position completely cut out. Gotta go fast. There was smoke towards A main. This is nice. Lekr0 face first with an orb. Oh, hold it. Straight onto the defuse. Golden, you've just got to play bait at this point. Lekr0 crouching away. And it's the dance that carries things through. A quick shot to flick it off as well as Fnatic waltz onto 14.
40 to 10 now. mousesports, their money is low. After winning 7 in a row, there were so many 1v1s going into that as well. 2 1v1s, constant 2 versus 2s and 3 versus 3s. Meant that their money wasn't in a scenario where they could establish good economy. They were losing so many players versus the Ecos as well. In that last round, they had 2 CZs. It wasn't quite enough to pull themselves through. In this round, though, 2 Deagles. Scout for Oscar, UMP onto Robson, the AK, of course, for Chris J. mousesports lose this one, and Fnatic get to 15. Then the money in that potential final round would be awful. Anyway, they're golden, though. There's a gap in the smoke, so you might be able to see Rob's cross.
Oh, no, Rob's giving yourself up. Unfortunately so, to a smoke. Oscar looking for the pick back towards mid.
Disgusting. So many times is he able to hit those crazy headshots with the scout.
Those hops as well. Getting close on B.
Yeah, 4 versus 4. As I said, the Crims will find the head of Chris J. Let's see if Oscar can find some more head to the scout, though. Oh, gosh.
So much being done with that scout, but unfortunately you can't really stand behind it too much because the whole team of Mouse aren't standing behind it either.
Yeah, look where the bomb is as well. Bomb's left outside vent or towards mid main. One of the two can't really see it too well on the radar, which means it's so awkward for them to retrieve. But eventually, Stiko will get it. And Lekr0 pushing towards B might hit the first up soon from Stiko, knowing he's towards middle.
That smoke. Stiko wanting to respect that, just going to be holding it. Waiting for a push that is likely. They both peek him. The double peek assuring the bomb is dropped. Flusher. Now looking to play his cards very close to his chest. Sunny will be walking in towards Con with the bomb on his back. Taking the fight. The factor of time. Pushing that round over the edge.
15 to 10 now. Fnatic have 5 match points to work with. mousesports, if they want to win this second map here, make this a 1-1, they have to win 5 on the trot. And that's just to force overtime as well. They can no longer win in regulation. CZ bought by Chris J, AK onto Rob, Scout for Oscar once again, and obviously, mousesports are going to keep telling Oscar to buy that Scout. So many rounds where he's had an impact with that weapon. But then again, his team needs him now. Contact play towards B with the Deagle and the AK. You can see as well the early smoke towards the front of B from Fnatic, which we didn't see from mousesports on their CT side. Good double grenade as well to try and do damage the HP bars of mousesports. So look at the health on Sunny as well from those grenades. Down to just 5 and Rops on 11 as well. So, it's going to be the single op setup this time for Fnatic. Lekr0 no longer AWPing towards B. Just going to be leaving JW alone towards middle with the op to try and hold off any aggression. But also, it seems like both teams are playing passive towards mid. They're giving up control of it with fair ease as well. Question is, the mousesports, they haven't really been exploiting it as well as Fnatic did.
JW being very patient. A dirty peek on towards Oscar, almost surgical. Stiko fires one back with the Deagle. Now looking to get up on top of Boost and go back to town with a scout.
4 versus 4. Golden pushing B main as well. He's about to be met by a lot of players. Rops is low though.
The lowness is going to be what punishes him. Golden pulling out a nade. The molly could be so beautiful. It's a little behind them. Christian with the headshot. They should know Golden's position, but he peeks out anyway. Gets the double kill. Golden still standing. Christian does find the trade, but Flusher holding off the cross means as simple as that, Fnatic will close out this game. And it's going to be a 2-0 for them.
16 to 10 being the final scoreline there for Fnatic. As you said there, they closed it out in fairly convincing fashion as well. The first half from Fnatic on their T side going 12 to 3. mousesports, they had some form of life, or they found form in the second half of Cash, but it wasn't quite enough. They won 7 rounds in a row, then fell short after that. So 16-1 on Train. Obviously, that game really was fairly lifeless from the side of mousesports. They took so many risks early on, none of it paid off, and Fnatic were winning all of the clutches. So, strong 2-0 for Fnatic, and a very strong season so far in Pro League Season 6 for Fnatic.
A really surprising showing, considering kind of where they stood. All the roster changes such throwing them together. I mean, again, I brought up Golden last night. I want to bring him up again now just because it is the young guy leading legendary players almost into battle. But yeah, it's working out so well.
The thing is, though, how much of a tactical impact is he really having on these players? Is it more he will set a precedent or a system, and then in the mid-rounds, Flush is the one making the calls, or something like that, right?
It's certainly an interesting point, I think, as well. You tie in Jumpy. Of course, the coach of Fnatic, I think there's definitely got to be an impact in there somewhere from him. The whole package of Fnatic really showing up in a supreme way.
Yeah, this round here as well, they get the first kill towards B. You can see they wait for everyone to be in position. And as a tactical 5, they push in together. They just swarm the B side. Both sides as well on their T side having so much success towards the B side.
Sicko. This was nice from him. Made it the 1v1 that it could have been. Gets the tag on towards JW, which was really how he was able to finish off that kill.
Yeah. This 1v3 from Ross is very well played. You can see just literally running and gets the first tag and implements the aim punch. JW was left alone in the 1 versus 1. Crims, obviously he doesn't want to peek out, he wants to wait for JW, but wasn't expecting how fast Rops can run.
Golden. The double kill that cements the round. Playing off the edge of the smoke. JW, look how flick he is with this, by the way. Quick. Not quite flick, but the point stands.
Fast is the point,
yeah.
I know what you mean. Golden as well, able to get that first kill, and this is the thing. He was on like 5 HP, they knew exactly where he was, and somehow, some way, he still able to find kills. So
just give him so much room.
Yeah, 2-0 for Fnatic, still looking very, very good. I believe they go 10-1 or 11-1 in Pro League right now. Definitely cemented themselves at the top of the leaderboard.
11-1 is exactly where they are going to be, of course, and that kind of leads me to my point of Fnatic. I wouldn't say that arena, that share of $1 million, it's looking very likely going to be there. And kind of you talk about how it works to get to the finals. If they take that top spot going into that, it's going to be huge.
It's the seeding as well. So obviously top 6 teams go to LAN, but if you have that first seed and you're playing versus the 6th team or the 5th and 6th team, that's definitely going to be good. I mean, right now, Heroic are 5th, and I believe North is 6th, but I can't quite remember from the leaderboard. But I know that Heroic are 5th, so imagine right now, if you're Fnatic, if you went to Odense and played in the LAN finals, you would be playing versus a team like Heroic, and actually Fnatic won 2-0 versus Heroic last night, so that's why it's important to have the good seed.
Either way, folks, of course, if you're sitting at home right now, you're sitting there in a chair thinking, one day, you know what I want to do? I want to be a professional Counter-Strike player. Well, then the way to get there is to play ESEA. Get yourself in the Mountain Dew League, of course. Climbing up through the ranks are open. This Mountain Dew League is pretty much the first real step to becoming that top player that you dream of being. Check it out, ESEA.net MDL. You can see the information on the bottom of your screen. With that all said, we are going to head to a very short break. You've only seen one side of the Swedish coin tonight. God Center versus North. Going to be up next very soon.